Good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. I had another good 11-hour night of sleep last night. It was good. I'm getting out here. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. It feels good outside. It's a little overcast. And so the temperature is just right for riding. I realized this morning when I got up, I packed everything up, put it on my bike, and noticed that one of my rear spokes is broken. So that's going to be some work later on. I'm not going to mess with it right now. I've got plenty of other spokes to hold the wheel up for today, so one broken spoke isn't going to necessarily be too bad. However, last time in Fort Myers, 3 broken spokes. That needed to be addressed. So next time I stop, I'm going to be able to actually stop, and I'm going to stop with enough daylight left to be able to take the tire off. One cool thing that I have on this journey that I didn't have the first time is Tannis tire armor. So it's like a red piece of foam that completely encapsulates the tube inside the tire, and it's like 1.5 centimeters of thorn protection around the wheel, and it doesn't affect rolling resistance or anything. I haven't noticed any real differences from it. The only issue with that is that it makes taking the tire off a little bit more complicated. I haven't had any flats yet, which is awesome. So definitely liking the Tannis tire armor. I think I had 4 on the last trip, and now I've gone about maybe half the way that I went last time in Florida, and I haven't had one yet. Also, when I got up and started packing up, I put on this long sleeve shirt, and it's super bright orange. And I had bumblebees just coming and landing on me and crawling around. I had a hummingbird that came up and just kind of like...
You can call me a flower if he wants to.
And so, yeah, it was a really neat little experience. I tried to get it on video, but every time I'd move, you know, he would fly off. So I'm going to get on the road. I'm going to head as far south as I can. Let's see how today goes. Y'all will know before I do. Love you. See you later. Finally some more water from a waterfall. That little waterfall is beautiful. The sound is amazing. It just sounds like it's raining. I don't know if that comes through in the video very well. But this may be better than coffee for me this morning, seeing that it's about 15 miles to the first place I can eat at Sand Lake. Oh, that's good. It's amazing how good the flavor is of just natural mineral water, you know? It's got its own minerals to it. You know, a lot of bottled water companies reverse osmosis their water and get all the little minerals out, and then they add their own brand of minerals back in. And then, of course, tap water's got all that stuff in it, fluoride and whatnot. Well water and waterfall water, to me, are just the best tasting water that there is. Especially when you're really tired or really exhausted from pedaling up a hill. Mosquitoes are bad up here, though. Gotta keep moving. Alright, so if you're cycling the Transamerica Trail, as you come past Cape Lookout State Park, you're going to come up a hill past that waterfall, and then you got to look backwards at Anderson Lookout to see down the coast here. But it's gorgeous up here. It's definitely worth the climb, but it was quite a climb. Alright, we'll keep pedaling. It just keeps going up. Oh, I'm so excited for when this mountaintop experience gets to its peak. Oh, it's hard. This is hard. Anyway, I'm gonna keep pedaling. Alright, so I thought that the last overlook that I was at was Cape Lookout. But then I climbed a good another, I don't know, 250, 300 feet. It was just non-stop. When you finally get to like the squiggly road, you're almost there. Maybe another half a mile, 3/4 of a mile. But you pull up on this Cape Lookout scenic trail that goes to the actual Cape Lookout. And so that's what I'm walking down now. To my left is a just straight downhill drop. And then this trail goes a pretty good way. I don't know, I've been probably walking it for maybe a 1/4 of a mile. And it doesn't look like it's ending anytime soon, so I will let you know what it looks like right here. Alright, so that giant sea cave that you just saw is straight down below where I'm standing. I can't see it from the trail, and the trail keeps going and goes another good ways off into the woods. I can't walk it any farther. I'm too hungry. I need lunch. I hadn't had breakfast yet, so I need breakfast lunch. Anyway, yeah, it's probably been a mile and a half just to this point. It's a really long hiking trail. Beautiful, definitely beautiful scenery and worth it to look out. But the first lookout spot, as far as what I could tell from as far as I went, was the best, most scenic view all the way up the coast. Now drop a comment below if you've been to the end of this trail, and maybe, let us know what it's like, because I can't go any farther. Anyway, I'm headed back up the trail now, and y'all will see more of where I end up in just a minute. I love you, and I'll see you later. So it looks like this little fella has it figured out. The ride down from Cape Lookout was all downhill down here into Sand Lake. And I passed by this little barn with cattle, and I found this little fella. Don't do it. All right, he's safe. All right, so I stopped here at Sand Lake Grocery, which is in Sand Lake as you come south off of Cape Lookout. And a nice little grocery store. It's got a little seating area. Very nice. Pretty flowers too. And so I finally found Tillamook cheese. I got some summer sausage and some Triscuits. And I'm gonna sit here and eat. They did not have any Coca-Cola in the store, which was strange. But I got a Pepsi, so that is my lunch until I get to the next city, which they told me was Pacific City. They've also got like a little book that you can sign if you're here, if you rode a bicycle here. So I got to sign the book, and yeah, that's from today, which is July 10th, 2020. So flip back and check it out. All right, I'm gonna eat, and I'll see you guys later. Alright, so if you look at this cape right here that pokes out into the ocean, that's where I was earlier. Cape Lookout is that point way out there. And that's the little mountain range that I had to come around and down. And then, back here behind me is another giant rock in the ocean. And what looks like some more sand dunes. And it looks like I have another climb. The road goes up and over around that corner. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to walk down here to the beach and see the waves. Maybe stick my feet in the water for a minute. It still feels really good outside. It's not in any way like hot at all. However, for those of you biking the Transamerica Trail, got some information for you right here. Do you like cars? Yeah! Do you like them real fast? Oh yeah! Do you like riding your bicycle without a bicycle lane while cars come by you real fast? No? Then get ready. This Sunday on the Transamerica Trail. That's right, no bike lane, fast cars, all day long. Yeah, it was just about that bad, like bad enough for me to do that. But, I mean, I'm wearing a super bright orange t-shirt. Everybody seemed to be good on passing by, just like they had no intentions on slowing down. I'm sure that when the Transamerica Trail was started back in 1976, that these roads were probably just barren. And now they seem more like kind of a interconnecting highway, which is fine. This is still a very forgotten piece of coast. Like, you just don't find very many people out here. And it's distant. Like, there's no businesses, there's no McDonald's, there's no nothing. I mean, it's out here. But it's gorgeous. You know, again, all the scenery out here is just phenomenal. So, it's not as bad as it seems. There's a lot of climbs, a lot of hills, and almost every bit of it after you get off onto 131 is no bike lane. So just be prepared for that. Make sure that you have a safety triangle or some bright clothing and those kind of things, because it is a very busy road with cars that do not want to slow down. So that's my public service announcement from Redeeming Eden for those of you cycling the Transamerica Trail. For now, I am going to go put my feet in this water. I love you guys. I'll see you later. It's pizza time. This is one giant pizza. I'll probably eat the whole thing. I'm starving. All that's Proposal Rock at Neskowin Beach. This is probably about as far as I'm going to make it. I think I've pedaled 26 miles today, but I may go about 3 or 4 more down the road here and try and find a spot. Man, beautiful day. A lot of time just kind of spent, again, just admiring creation. So I'm going to get back on the road, and you guys will see more of that in just a minute. Alright, so that's it for today. I found a nice little spot down that river that you just saw to put my mat down for the night. So this is where I'm going to sleep and cut and edit this video. Strange day today, just the scenery, how it would switch from like very overgrown Pacific Northwest evergreen forest with, you know, moss just clinging to trees and sopping wet, humid, out onto like mountain passes through seashores, overlooks over seashores, then down to the sea where you got to, you know, pass by all these different beautiful beaches, and then, you know, out of nowhere, this huge sand lake that's just in the middle of nowhere. People riding razors and four-wheelers through it. Then right off into cow country. It's like Wisconsin with mountains. You know, you can smell the earthy smell and the cow smell all in the air. And then you pop right back out onto like beautiful rivers and beaches and vistas again. The transitions that I went through today, it feels like they were different days, because of the strange just shift from one type of environment to another. It was all very beautiful, but also very tiring. I made it 30 miles. I'm trying to make 40 miles a day. 6,000 miles over 5 months is 1,200 miles a month. And so 1,200 divided by 30 is 40. I understand that I'm going to have less miles on these hilly days and a lot more on the flat days coming through Kansas and those kind of things. So I'm not really trying to push too hard, but I also know like I have an end goal each day. But, you know, stopping to film and stopping to pray and stopping to just take it all in, and then, of course, stopping to talk to people. Tell them about Jesus, tell them about redeeming Eden, and, you know, tell them that there's recovery options available. There's churches, Celebrate Recoveries, rehabs, one which I'd like to build. And then time speaking to the brokenhearted, people who've lost loved ones to addiction. And then there's just, you know, good times of fellowship and essentially church for a moment with different people. It's just good. It's good being out here, and it's good to experience it. And I hope that you guys are enjoying it too. So with that, as usual, I love you all. I'll see you later. Good night.